Fortnite Chapter 6 is officially here, and with the new chapter comes map changes. So in today's video, I'm going to be providing you the top 5 best low-key drop spots for ranked. Before we begin the video, let's try to hit 200 likes on this upload. We're also closing in on 100,000 subscribers, so don't forget to subscribe to be an OG before 100k subs. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So the first drop spot we're going to be going to is the bird. Now the reason why I like the bird is because it has a slurp truck right here, so you can get immediate shield right away. Not to mention the shield, but there are 18 total chests in this small little POI. 18 chests and plenty of floor loot is a huge W. There's also some slurp barrels around the area as well, and there's also some slurp barrels on the outskirts. There's a little house over in this area right here. And if you get contested here, there is a reboot, so you'll be able to reboot your teammates. There's also 3 car spawns here, so if you don't have mobility right away, you'll be able to use these vehicles to rotate out of the bird. Now let's move on to the second location. So the second spot is called Pumpkin Pines. Now this spot also has a slurp truck here, and it's very low key. Pumpkin Pines also has 12 chest spawns and plenty floor loot. There's also a secret area that you could go down for more additional chests and floor loot. There's also a spot up here where you could actually go down in this area for additional chests too. For rotational purposes, you could hit this launch pad and rotate to this area right here. And this area also has an additional 15 chests and floor loot as well. And if you want to continue rotating out for more mobility, we have the geysers back. There's also an NPC here called Cinder, and Cinder you could hire, and she will also drop you the twin fire auto shotgun. Now let's move on to the third location. So the third location we're going to be going to is a place called Foxy Floodgate. Now Foxy Floodgate also has a slurp truck here as well, with 25 additional chests and floor loot. Now I could see a lot of people landing here, but honestly this place is super big to the point where you'll be able to get enough loot and be able to fight and potentially win. Now there's also a reboot here as well, and a launch pad for additional mobility. We also have cars here as well for additional support to rotate out. Now let's move on to the fourth location. So the next spot we're going to is Marshall Maneuvers. Now Marshall Maneuvers also has a slurp truck, which is huge. This spot also has a Typhoon Blade and 16 additional chests around this little area. For whatever reason, there isn't enough floor loot or chests here. You can also take a car to rotate out to the next spot. And the next spot closest to here is one of the bird gas stations, which also has 6 chests and a car. It looks like this area also has a lot of sprites around the map, and if you guys didn't know, bringing the sprite to one of these little temples will give you additional loot simply by interacting with it. Afterward, you could pick up the sprite, and then you could use whatever card it grants you. And it'll also drop you an epic or legendary gun from here. It's not guaranteed, but it is occasional. Now let's move on to the fifth and final spot. The last spot is called Placid Patties, and now this spot is a little interesting because the chests are a little bit underground, but there's a total of 14 chests, and you have a slurp truck, just like the other drop spots, which is huge. There's also a car here for rotational purposes, and it seems like a very underrated low-key spot as well. If you get people to fight you right off the rip, you have a reboot van to reboot your teammates. There's also a couple of these exotic chests that will drop you different things such as the Void Boon, which is one of the cards that are implemented into this season. Personally, my favorite card, but this place might actually be one of my favorite spots. I'm not gonna lie. It's just so far out there that you probably won't even get contested at all. But let me know what you guys think of these spots. There's plenty of other low-key drop spots to land this season, but these are my top 5. If you guys want 5 additional ones, don't forget to leave a comment below and let me know that as well. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you know what to do. Drop a like, drop a sub, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Take it easy.